This first clip looks innocent enough, just a family enjoying a camping trip and snapping photos to remember the day. But when the pictures were viewed later, one frame revealed something they were never meant to see. Thanks to the live photo feature on iPhones, a few seconds in motion were captured after the shot. Most of the time, that just means a little background movement, but here, those extra frames unveiled something far more chilling. Just beside the young boy, a faint gray figure crawls out of sight. It's hazy yet unmistakably human in form, moving quickly on all fours before vanishing. Nobody at the campsite saw it in real time, and to this day, no explanation has surfaced. Was it a spirit, some kind of creature, or just a cruel trick of the camera? This was in East Java, Indonesia. In the small village of Jambang, a workshop camera recorded what started as an ordinary day. A man was repairing a large tank when, without warning, an explosion ripped through the space. The blast threw him across the floor, but ironically, that violent fall may have spared his life. Flames flared up instantly, forcing him and another worker to scramble back in with buckets of water to douse the fire. The village may have been small, but the devastation from that single spark was anything but. In November 2024, Australia woke up to a shock. Reports that hardware giants Bunnings had been quietly scanning customers' faces. For years, the chain's green, white, red brand meant DIY and garden supplies. Now it meant surveillance. The privacy commissioner said Bunnings used facial recognition between 2018 and 2021, comparing shoppers to a banned person's database. If you weren't on the list, your image was supposed to be deleted, but authorities ruled this was sensitive data gathered without consent. Bunnings pushed back, arguing the tech protected staff and customers from a small violent minority.
The Commission would have balanced the safety and wellbeing needs of our team, our customers, the wider community against a small group of convicted violent criminals who we're seeking to keep out of our store.
Then, in a startling rebuttal, the company released a grim compilation of its own CCTV from 63 stores, showing what their workers endure. The montage is harrowing. Calm miles erupt into knife-point threats, gun brandishing, and sudden fists. Staff are shoved, punched, chased. Hammers and blades appear over petty disputes. In one clip, a man enters in a balaclava with a shotgun. In another, a customer slides a knife from its sheath and presses it against a worker's neck. Elsewhere, employees are thrown or cornered, while shoplifters brazenly wheel carts out the door. And then the surreal, a naked man wandering the counter with a dog, touching items as stunned customers look on. It's a brutal window into the reality of retail and the uneasy bargain between safety and privacy. The next clip was originally shared on the page Do You Believe in the Unexplained? And it's a perfect example of how even the most ordinary places can feel terrifying. The setting is nothing more than a plain silent hallway. At first, nothing happens. The camera simply stares at the empty corridor until the dark shape briefly slips into view. It lingers for only a moment, then darts back around the corner. The size is what unsettled so many viewers. The shadow seems small, like that of a child, and it even mimics the natural step of someone peeking into the hall. In a place that should be completely still, something was moving. Whether a spirit caught in passing or an illusion created by light, no one has been able to fully explain it. Joanne was bright and ambitious. Paul Dyson, her fiancé, struggled financially, emotionally, and with control. In February 2005, Joanne didn't show up for work, a red flag. Paul filed a missing persons report, then launched a media blitz. Tearful interviews, urgent appeals, heartfelt promises. He organized searches, hugged relatives, and grieved on camera.
Couldn't get Valentine's Day off. We swapped cards upstairs.
What does Joanne mean to you?
She's the only person I truly love. I don't know where she is.
But detectives started clocking tells. A body language analyst noted forced tears, expressions that didn't match the sorrow he described. Close-ups revealed fresh scratches on Paul's hands, consistent with defensive clawing during strangulation. Investigators rolled back his day on CCTV, a purchase of rubber gloves, trash bags, disinfectant. Soon after, Paul confessed. He strangled Joanne during an argument over chores in a looming breakup, stashed her in bags, then drove 75 miles to bury her in Woodland. For 39 days, he consoled her family, knowing exactly where she lay.
The family, gave them assurance, claimed to be giving them support, spent some time with the family, and all throughout that time, he knew just what he'd done. He knew he'd killed their daughter, and he knew that he dumped their body in Woodland at Bransby, and yet he was still there with the family, giving them that hope and assurance.
At trial, prior partners described a pattern of violence. Paul received life with a minimum term. He ultimately served 17 years before release. The footage didn't just contradict his story, it dismantled it. From an empty hallway, we moved to a home where the activity was so relentless, the owner began documenting it under the username Dude, My House is Haunted. His clips show more than just creaks or settling noises. Objects slide across the floor, cabinets swing open on their own, and voices echo through the house with no one around. In one recording, a kitchen chair drags itself across a room as though yanked by invisible hands.
That's insane, guys. I don't even know what to think about that. You know, this kind of stuff has never happened to me, as I said, and I don't know what to think.
In another, the attic door slams shut while a shadow sweeps past the camera. The most disturbing clip came later, when the attic ladder unfolded by itself and boxes toppled to the ground with no one nearby. Eventually, even knives were seen flying across the kitchen. After over a decade in the house, the owner finally decided to leave for good, convinced that something far more sinister than drafts or old pipes had taken over his home. Next, we moved to Ganja, a modest city in Azerbaijan where CCTV from a pastry shop captured something no one could have predicted. Customers and employees were going about their day when sudden chaos erupted. Out of nowhere, a cow barreled into the store, thrashing about as startled workers screamed. This rampage, which happened on September 20th, 2025, left several people injured. And while it may sound bizarre, this isn't the first time such an animal encounter has turned dangerous, making one wonder if cows are becoming the most unlikely repeat offenders. YouTuber Sylvia C has experienced similar things in her kitchen, where ordinary utensils seem to come alive. At first, it's subtle, a single spoon sways back and forth. Then, without warning, cutlery clatters violently across the counter as if swiped by unseen hands. The activity grows more intense until finally a knife launches straight from the block and crashes to the floor. Miraculously, Sylvia wasn't standing close enough to be injured.
Oh my God, gosh.
Gathering her nerves, she asked aloud if something in the room wanted her help.
Do you want my help? Please move something if you want my help.
Almost instantly, a pot on the stove rotated on its own, as though answering her question.
Do you want my help? Please move something if you want my help.
Viewers are split. Was the thrown knife a warning or a desperate attempt to make contact? Whatever the case, her kitchen seems to be hiding far more than just recipes. In Stellenbosch, South Africa, Hannah Cornelius, 21, was brilliant, kind, and endlessly compassionate. After a late night with friends in May 2017, Hannah offered to drive her friend Cheslin home. It felt safer than letting him skateboard in the dark. CCTV and witness accounts stitched together what followed. 4 men spotted the parked car, then searched. A screwdriver, a knife, and threats. Hannah forced to the front seat, Cheslin stuffed into the boot. Hours later, at a petrol station, the men tried to withdraw cash with Cheslin's card and failed. Enraged, they dragged him into the veld and beat him unconscious with stones. They drove on with Hannah. In the countryside, they assaulted her, then stabbed her neck with a screwdriver and crushed her skull with a rock. Cheslin awoke and staggered to help. By the time police found Hannah, she was gone. The men continued a spree, kidnapping, robbery, attempted car sale, until police intercepted them. Three were sentenced to life, a fourth received 22 years. Hannah's mother, devastated, later died by suicide. The community still mourns and remembers. In Ranthambore National Park, India, tourists on safari came far closer to danger than they ever expected. Riding in open-top jeeps, they were suddenly stalked by a tiger. With no barriers and nowhere to hide, the group quickly realized just how vulnerable they were. The animal lunged, sending panic through the convoy. What was supposed to be a thrilling wildlife experience turned into a nightmare reminder that venturing into predators' territory is never without risk. Not all tragedies involve wild animals. Some stem from the very buildings we live in and work in. In Jodhpur, India, security footage from a clothing merchant's home revealed a heartbreaking accident. Due to poor construction, the man lost his footing on a third-floor balcony that had no guardrail. He plummeted to the ground and sadly did not survive. A simple safety barrier could have prevented the fall, but negligence turned what should have been a normal day into a fatal one. Tattoo artist Elva Gonzalez captured a different kind of disturbance at his workplace. While finishing a session with a client, he felt something brush against his leg under the tattoo bench. Thinking it was just a stray object, he looked down, but what he saw was far stranger. The footage slowed down, appears to show the faint outline of a hand reaching out from beneath the bench.
I don't know what it was, so when I felt it right there, I looked down, I put my
Gonzalez later explained that his client had admitted to performing an 8-day ritual honoring Santa Muerte, the Mexican folk saint of Holy Death, just before the tattoo. Many now believe the ritual may have opened a door to something Gonzalez was never meant to encounter. The phantom hand, whether a spirit or trick of the mind, left him so shaken he banned that client from ever returning. This clip was recorded by dashcam in North Miami Beach. The driver had stopped at a red light just like everyone else around him. But what the video captures is proof that some people don't understand what stop really means.
Good morning. So Louis gegangen aan Simon Rosai, free the office, dan zijn ze nog een signaar. Du willst keine Ahnung, gehen später. Wir sagen, kann nicht machen, sicher morgen zu gehen. Whoa! Whoa!
Out of nowhere, another car ignores the signal entirely, creating a near-disastrous scene that left viewers stunned. Here we see a Prius driver make an unbelievably reckless decision. He thought he could outrun a train at the crossing, but instead of slipping past, the vehicle is struck head-on, crushed in an instant. What's shocking is that the driver somehow survived without major injuries. A miracle considering how many ways this could have ended fatally. Everyone else at the crossing had stopped, but his impatience nearly triggered a full-scale catastrophe. Had the train derailed, the consequences would have been unthinkable. Now to a bus ride that went from routine to horrifying in seconds. Surveillance from inside a crowded coach shows the driver suddenly veering into oncoming traffic. Passengers screamed and tried desperately to wrestle back control, but their efforts were in vain. The bus collided heavily, leaving many injured. Reports suggest possible brake failure, though nothing has been confirmed. Miraculously, everyone on board survived, though the driver sustained the worst of the injuries. For those passengers, it was a ride they will never forget. Heidi checked on her daughter Lee Dodd in Alton, Illinois. Lee was 8 months pregnant and hadn't responded in over 15 hours. Inside, Heidi found a nightmare, her daughter's decapitated body. Neighbors had heard screams and heavy thuds the night before, like chopping wood.
One with the other. Yeah. Hi. Listen. What's going on? My girlfriend's daughter is killed. Yeah. What's going on there? My girlfriend. I'm sorry. My daughter's. He chopped her head off.
Where we going, huh?
Department 4.
Is anybody else here?
No, I didn't see you.
You have a key to get in? Right here. This one. Do you have the key?
A worker later discovered a bloody laundry basket in a construction dumpster. CCTV traced a man carrying that basket from Lee's home and tossing it. Inside was Lee's head. Police quickly focused on DeAndre Holloway, Lee's volatile boyfriend. Footage showed him leaving with a basket, then driving her car.
Some problems with a boyfriend, a lot of calling off. She had a lot of black eyes when she would come in. When she first started, she would make excuses that her dog had jumped up and hit her and caused her black eyes. She was constantly running late, like for personal reasons. Always something coming up. She had a lot of black eyes, a lot of bruising on her arms, like where you could see, like maybe grabbing.
Okay. Did you see when the day you actually witnessed her being battered? What did you see?
A punch in the face.
You saw Mr. Holloway punch Her?
face.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were fighting about something, and then all of a sudden, the screaming got really, really loud and really intense. And that was, I would say, probably about 9:45, 9:50. And then the apartment had like 5 or 6 loud like thuds, and they got louder and louder each time. They shook the apartment as well, and that sounded more like it was coming from.
So, like, what did it sound like, experienced in life, to your best ability, that would have created or possibly created the sound that you heard?
Probably, I really don't know other than like chopping wood.
Okay.
Because that's what it felt like he had enough, I didn't mean to say he, but like, you know, that's what it sounded like there was enough time to do, was like, it was very constant beats too.
When arrested days later on an unrelated drug charge, he taunted officers, refused to cooperate, shaved his hair, and carried Lee's ID and cards.
What I have? What's that? What I have? You have cannabis on you.
Oh,
Is that illegal?
Okay, exactly. Right.
Just water or anything?
Yeah, I would like some water because, you know, you guys gotta,
Hey. Some water?
Yeah.
Okay, please, just some water.
No, I didn't say pants. I thought you said you had to be pants. If you can sit down in there, please. Thank you.
Do you mind if I pay? Is that illegal? I'm here. I'm
Yeah. We don't want that. We want you to sit down.
Exactly. I know.
So if you could please sit down, okay?
I can't. I'm handcuffed.
Yeah, you can. You just sit down.
I literally can't do it. I'm handcuffed.
You need to sit down.
Why are you guys scared of me for what?
I'm not scared. You need to sit down.
How? If I'm literally sitting here pacing handcuffed, I can't do shit. He searched me.
Okay, so what's your name? What they're gonna do is
I literally asked if I was being detained. That man said no. And then he proceeded to ask me the same question over and over and over. And I said the same thing. And again, he's just not having it because he's got an attitude problem.
Give me her ID and the debit card. Okay. And I said, well, why you got her debit card?
Yeah.
And license, you know. And I said, now she out there driving, and then she thinks she got her license, and you got it. Then this morning, he gave me 2 keys. Okay. And I said, well, where you get these keys from? And he said he found them on the ground.
Holloway was charged with first-degree murder, homicide of an unborn child, and mutilation. After mental fitness proceedings, he pled guilty in January 2024 and received 60 years, parole possible after 52. A family lost a daughter and a grandchild. The city struggles with the brutality of what cameras reveal. In Turkey, another security camera caught a very different kind of disaster. Several men were seen working on the back of a truck when, without warning, a powerful explosion tore through the vehicle. Shards of metal flew in every direction, narrowly missing those nearby. The cause remains unclear, though the sheer force suggests it could have been an industrial tank or container under pressure. By sheer luck, what could have been mass casualties ended with only shock and minor injuries. Most of us think of a simple trip to the store as the least threatening part of our day, but for one shopper it became a terrifying experience caught entirely on security cameras.
Oh my god, what is that?
The man is browsing the shelves when a box suddenly slides forward and hovers in midair, as though suspended by unseen fingers. Before he can react, another box from a nearby rack is hurled violently to the ground. The voices of employees can be heard in the background, one even whispering it looks like a poltergeist. When slowed down, the floating box looks disturbingly real. No strings, no customers in sight. Whatever was at work chose to make its presence known but left the man himself unharmed. Still, viewers agree it's one of the most convincing pieces of alleged poltergeist footage to surface in recent years.
We've got it. We're gonna go southbound Magnolia from 19.
Charles River with it. Eastbound Colfax. It's in the wrong lanes of traffic. We're in the right lanes of traffic.
On August 23, 2025, just before 5 p.m., flock cameras flagged a stolen Chevy Express van near 16th and Dayton. Aurora police were immediately alerted, and with help from the Real-Time Information Center, officers looked onto the van within minutes. The driver, 34-year-old John Respetha, a man already well known to law enforcement, refused to stop. What followed was a chaotic pursuit through city streets. Officers attempted multiple pit maneuvers to end the chase, but each one failed as the van kept barreling forward. Finally, near East 14th between Poplar and Pontiac, fate caught up. A flat tire slowed the stolen van to a crawl. This time, the pit maneuver worked.
Get out. He's pulling out of it.
Let's go. The rear passenger wheel is about to fall off. Speeds are very low. We're like 20 miles an hour right now.
Pit eastbound, Poplar 14.
40!
Hands up!
I'm with you. Pepperball. Watch out, Pepperball.
Get out of the car.
Get a taser. Hold on, get taser.
I'll stay lethal. Get out of the car now.
Open the door and exit the vehicle now.
No.
The cigarette.
The pursuit came to a violent but decisive end, ending Respetha's joyride before anyone else could get hurt. From blasts to something that looks almost supernatural in Chongqing, China, a Boo robo-taxi was seen driving itself along the road as its passengers sat in the back seat. Self-driving cars are touted as safe, but this time the technology faltered. On August 6, 2025, the vehicle veered into a ditch, jarring its rider. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the incident left many questioning the risks of trusting machines to navigate on their own. If even 1 in 100 journeys can go wrong, would you take that gamble? Agnes Clovina wanted a night out in Marbella, Spain, September 2014. Music, friends, a few drinks. The Latvian expat was smart, driven, and careful. When she didn't show up for work the next day and stopped answering calls, her fiancé and family sounded the alarm and flew to Spain to help search.
Esther is very beautiful. 30 years old woman with blonde hair. She is 1.71 meters tall. Now it's over 6 months when she went missing, and we don't know anything about her.
Days later, investigators pulled chilling CCTV. Outside a club, 3 men surrounded Agnes. One blocked her path, another held the car door, and a third hovered close as she was forced into Mercedes. Her phone went dark minutes later. Police identified the men, Wesley Capper, wealthy Briton, his friend Craig Porter, and a third man known as Kane Usman. They claimed she entered willingly, then changed her mind and was dropped on the roadside. No cameras, no proof. But new footage showed Capper and friends 4 days later on a luxury yacht, hauling a heavy suitcase and a rolled carpet, which weren't on board when they returned. The car and yacht had been thoroughly cleaned. Potential evidence vanished. Prosecutors alleged Agnes was killed, her remains concealed and dumped at sea. Capper and Porter received suspended sentences for coercion. Neither served time. Capper died in 2021. In 2023, a suitcase with remains surfaced at sea that could match Agnes, but DNA work continues. The family still waits. Another haunting clip comes from the paranormal channel Pilo Infinitel. In what looks like an investigation setup, a thermal camera is aimed toward a chained cabinet full of dolls.
What the hell? What is that? What the?
For a moment, everything is still until a pale, childlike face appears on the thermal display, peering out from behind the cabinet.
What the hell? What is that?
The face is clear and well-defined, but when the investigator lowers the camera, the space is completely empty. It vanishes the instant the thermal filter is removed. The clip is short but disturbing, leaving many to wonder if it really showed the face of a lingering spirit, or if the technology itself glitched at the worst possible moment. Either way, the image lingers in the minds of anyone who sees it. Police body cam footage captures a disturbing scene that feels less like a routine arrest and more like something out of a nightmare. As officers approach a woman, her words quickly spiral into fragmented sentences, repeated phrases, and unsettling chants. She mutters about shoelaces, volleyball, and being watched, her voice bouncing between anger, confusion, and eerie laughter. Over and over, she calls out, "Spring, spring, sprinkle, sprinkle," like some bizarre incantation.
Ask any of these neighbors where I be going every single day. Taking this walk every single day. Spring, spring. Spring, spring. Why do you think body cams are a thing now? Why do you think we in our minding our black ass business? Spring, spring. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle and sprinkle. Let's strip down again. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And sprinkle, sprinkle. How many times I gotta show y'all what y'all did to me, bro? Sprinkle, sprinkle won't he do it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Since you want to Cali me, you don't know me. You don't know I was a setter on my volleyball team. That's why I be bending down, because I was a setter. What do? We get out and we set the ball up. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
All right. So what happened today?
What's she done?
Kelly.
What's she talking to? Yeah, 10 last days. Was watching me from the corner of my side of the building, okay, the stairwell side they don't know about.
Then what?
I say, oh wow, I realize this is plate. I look at the plate and I say, oh shit, I better
You
get
knew
the
that
fuck
was
back.
him. You knew that was him.
I better get the fuck back and start walking. She don't know me. She know my name Kelly. That's it. You gonna put on my shit, Kelly White. Miss Kelly White. She knew twice White. Wow.
You saw that plate, then what happened?
Yeah. I looked. I was like, oh shit, that's him, and booked it the other way. Booked it. Asked the Speedway clerk what I was doing in there, crying and stretching, taking Advils. Where did I spend my night? Under the thing. Call us when you get there. Click. You ain't here to serve you, girl. Kelly. It's Kelly. It's this way to you, mama. You ain't 40 years old. Kelly. You better get that light on my face. Did you want to take pictures? Take pictures of this, Kelly. Well, take pictures of Kelly's body. Take pictures of Kelly's body. Kelly. Take pictures of that, girl. Where you lay that now? Where you lay that now, mama? Why you out here twerking? These ain't twerking, these are hips. I'm African, American, in America. Kelly. Kelly!
So you seen their car, right, Kelly?
I've been Kelly for how many years? I've been Kelly, girl. Let me figure this out.
The officers try to calm her down, but her erratic speech keeps slipping into strange, almost ritualistic tones. She demands the officers drag her like Jesus, taunts them to break her legs, and warns that body cams exist because of what's really happening behind the scenes.
I was already.
Miss Kelly, you saw their plate and you...
I booked it the other way. Went to Speedway. So you need to go to Speedway, review the security footage, see what I was doing out there.
So they have video of you, Miss White.
So you want to Kelly me? Since you want to Kelly me, now it's Miss White.
Well, that's how you want to be referred to, correct?
What? Oh, Kelly. You don't know me, mama. You do not know me. So if you're gonna arrest me.
Perfect.
But we already perfect.
So you are being detained. Go ahead and turn around for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Being arrested, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
For violation of a stalking.
Yeah,
Violating a.
Can you stop?
Don't. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
It's okay. It's 3E, right? I was in Illinois. How long have I lived there?
We're gonna walk you through.
How long have I lived there? When did I move there?
Thank you.
I don't know, Miss Kelly.
Who's the landlord? That's an abandoned building then. Fairwood? That's an abandoned building.
Okay. You're okay, Miss White, all right?
Okay.
Give us Kelly. Can you look at it? Just wait until we get everything settled.
You better call your girl who took my suitcase, girl. Kelly. Miss White, you don't know what to call me.
I would call you whatever you want to be called.
Ma'am, we'll walk you through.
I'm trying to work with you here. Do not do a black foot.
No, let him drag me.
No, man.
Let him drag me.
I don't want to drag you. This is
no, you do want to drag me. You don't know me, mama. I was just feeling more.
Come on, just get up.
You don't know me, mama.
And I didn't claim to, but we don't want to hurt you.
You do. You ain't here to serve and protect me.
George.
You ain't here to serve and protect me.
Drop that. Get over here.
You ain't here to serve and protect me. Drag me. Just like they drug you, just drag me.
Get up.
Drag me. 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 Drag me.
All right, Miss Kelly, we're gonna sit you down right here.
Drag me. Ow. Drag me. Drag me. Dirty.
Yeah, let's get up. Come on.
Can I be a lady? Can I be a lady?
Absolutely. Get up.
Can I be a lady?
Absolutely. Get up.
You're gonna help me, sis?
Yes.
They're dragging me up. Can you please, ma'am?
Can I please?
Can she get off my shoulder?
Okay, I got you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Thank you, Kelly. We're gonna walk toward the squad.
What is your name, officer?
Williams.
What is your first and last name?
My name is
What
Williams.
is your badge number?
475. Okay.
Okay, and what's your partner's my name? Badge number?
1533.
Okay. You can make me you a woman, please? Can you put some?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm in the back of the cab.
At moments, she seems coherent, accusing neighbors of watching her, insisting she saw someone's car, or recalling jobs she's had. But just as quickly, she slips back into rambling, mixing religious references, conspiracy claims, and chilling phrases like, "You don't know me, mama. You don't know me." Her words jump between paranoia and defiance, accusing the police of trying to kill her, invoking Bible verses, even daring them to break her neck.
You know how long I've been living in that apartment? Almost 5 years before digging me
the
something.
more you talk is not gonna fast things up.
Do you know why you wear body cams? Did you go to university? You know why you wear these
Okay,
body
ma'am, have a
cams?
seat, okay? We're gonna have to
You know why I wear
Ma'am, just sit. Ma'am, just have a seat. I'm not squeezing you.
Sis, are you recording? Sis,
Ma'am, just have a seat.
Sis, are you recording? Are you recording? Are you recording?
Ma'am, just have a seat.
Are you recording? Break my legs.
We don't want to break your
No,
legs.
you do want to break my legs like he did. Not cooperating with nothing. Who you serving and protecting? Who you serving and protecting? You need to pull that order up. Get that order. Pull that order up. Call the boys and pull that order up. She wrote it in perfect penmanship. Took her 20 minutes.
Going to a full cage.
Yeah, I know. Get that shit on my face. Break my legs into this car. Double dog there. You think you know why you wear body cams? Did you go to ECC too? That was a
Nothing to do with any of it.
Oh,
I am okay, but please, it looks like you're.
He ran me in the back over the shoulder with ass.
Yeah, her circulation is bad.
So we need to put it up, okay?
I can't fit in the back of a paddy wagon, man. I told you that.
We're trying to fix your legs.
Nah, you can't. You're
You
not.
got wrapped up when you get back.
You're not even fitting me in the back of this dog.
By the time backup arrives, the scene is chaos. The woman collapses, complains of asthma, then suddenly taunts officers again with manic intensity. Paramedics try to assist, but she refuses, insisting she has rights, that she's being persecuted, that she knows what's really going on.
Do we want to lay on our back?
How about we roll over?
All right, we're going to sit up, Kelly. You agree.
We're just left her?
We're not going to be able to lift her like that.
No.
Let's have you sit up, Kelly.
She's pulling back.
Yeah. Pulling back.
Yeah, she's dropping.
All right, let's get this. Can you grab the cot? Just push it in. Put her on a towel. No, I mean, like, just push her in when we lift her up.
I have the right to remain what?
Kelly, just.
Come on, I have the right to remain what? I have the right to remain what?
Lean back, Kelly.
I have the right to remain what?
I'm not trying to get anybody hurt. How about we stand up?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Are you okay?
Yes.
What more do you want from me?
Kelly, sit back a little.
No! Did you get hit in the ass before?
The encounter finally ends with her taken into custody, charged with resisting arrest and violating a stalking order, but the footage itself leaves behind a lingering unease. Her repeated chants, sudden shifts in tone, and cryptic phrases make the video feel less like a police report and more like a glimpse into something sinister. The next sighting is even more unsettling. A resident in Tibito, Louisiana, reported hearing footsteps racing across the roof for weeks. Eventually, their security camera captured something that might explain it. The footage shows a transparent figure sprinting across a neighboring rooftop before disappearing mid-stride. The camera even tries to track the movement automatically, but the figure vanishes before it can lock on. Was this the same presence the homeowner had been hearing night after night? If so, what was it doing racing across rooftops in the dead of night? Here's something equal parts bizarre and unsettling.
จะถอยออกแล้วถอยออกแล้วถ้าไม่ต้องตีตูดมันข้างหลังอ่ะไอ้เบียงถอยถอยถอยถอยถอยไปเลย
In Hayang National Park, Thailand, an elephant locals have nicknamed Plai Beng Lak made his presence known once again. The animal strolled into camp and raided supplies, helping himself to 9 bags of sweet rice crackers, a sandwich, and a bundle of bananas. The villagers have grown used to his antics, but his size and strength make every encounter tense. Friendly or not, when a wild elephant comes knocking, there is very little you can do to stop it. This footage was captured on March 1st, 2019 during a wrestling event called Cinco Estrellas at Arena Lopez Mateos in Pi Nepantla, State of Mexico. At first, it looked like just another night of high-energy matches, but what happened inside the ring would shock everyone watching. One of the wrestlers climbed the ropes, preparing for a dangerous aerial maneuver. He launched himself forward in a full flip, aiming to crash down onto his opponent below. But in a split second, the target shifted. The trajectory was off. Instead of landing as planned, the wrestler struck the mat head first with sickening force. The impact knocked him unconscious instantly. The referee rushed in, frantically signaling for medical help, while the other wrestler, not realizing how bad it was, tried to keep the performance going. As the crowd grew silent and tense, medics stormed the ring. The injured man was revealed to be Australian suicide, also known as Ryan Rowlands. Thankfully, despite the terrifying fall, he survived and would eventually return to competition. It was a grim reminder that while professional wrestling is scripted for entertainment, the risks are brutally real. One slip, one mistimed move, and the outcome can change from spectacle to catastrophe. Not every haunting keeps its distance. In the apartment at Diego's Pichards, the activity seems to focus on his young daughter. One clip shows a pale hand pounding against the door before vanishing when Diego checks.
Amy?
In In another, finger marks appear in flour sprinkled on the floor, pressed by something invisible. But the most chilling moment shows the faint face of a young girl hovering just over his daughter's shoulder before disappearing. Moments later, his daughter sits frozen on the couch, staring blankly as though in a trance.
Amy.
Concerned viewers have begged Diego to leave the apartment, convinced his daughter is at risk, but so far the family remains, along with whatever presence continues to make itself known. This shocking footage was captured on October 17, 2017 in Zhuhai, a coastal city in China's Guangdong province. At first it looks like nothing unusual. A car stopped at a red light waiting for the signal to change, but in the blink of an eye, disaster strikes. A massive construction crane suddenly gives way, its boom collapsing directly onto the vehicle. The impact is devastating. The hood is crushed flat, the windshield shatters instantly, and everything from the engine forward is completely destroyed. It looks like a death sentence for whoever is inside. But then, against all odds, movement stirs in the mangled wreck. The driver, battered but alive, forces his way through the broken glass and crawls out of the ruins. Miraculously, he survives with nothing more than a broken ankle. Considering the sheer weight and force of the collapsing structure, survival should have been impossible, yet somehow he walked away from what easily could have been his final moments. Late 2018 into early 2019, relatives noticed something wrong. Fewer calls from Jaime, odd texts, missed visits. Then came the holidays. Shelby texted that the whole family would be by for Christmas. No one arrived. Friends stopped seeing Richard and Laura Ivanchik, Jaime's parents. A welfare check uncovered 3 bodies, Richard, Laura, and their son Nick, wrapped in rugs and blankets, spray-painted faces, cleaning supplies nearby. A Home Depot receipt dated December 18 led police to CCTV, Shelby shopping with his kids. Investigators also traced Laura's missing car to Ohio with Shelby inside. Arrested on January 3, 2019, he finally admitted the unthinkable. A year prior, he'd killed Jamie, leaving her in their bathroom for days before burying her in their Florida backyard. He then drove with the children to her parents' home and, one by one, bludgeoned Richard, then Laura, then Nick using a hammer. He impersonated them by text, buying time as he lived in the house, pizza boxes and energy drinks in the trash. In 2023, Shelby pled guilty to all 4 murders, receiving 30 years for Jaime's death via plea and the death penalty for the rest. His final hearing is scheduled for October 2025. The cameras didn't save the victims, but they preserved a trail that made sure the story couldn't be buried. If you think you're safe in public, this next video may change your mind. Security cameras inside a busy barber shop captured something so strange it left one customer shaken. As barbers work on clients, a blue cloak near the desk suddenly rises into the air, floating upward with no one touching it. The customer jumps back in fear while the staff laugh it off, but he insists the cloak moved on its own. Then while everyone's attention is fixed on the cloak, a mannequin head in the background slowly turns until it faces the man directly. That was enough for him to leave immediately. Viewers are divided. Was it a hook staged for attention, or evidence that something supernatural made its way into the shop? This chilling footage was filmed on September 17, 2023 at Pedro do Grifo, a cliffside lookout in Barra de Tijuca, west of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The spot is known for drawing tourists who pose for dramatic illusion photos, appearing as if they are dangling over a sheer drop of nearly 1,000 feet. But on this day, the illusion of danger almost became a horrifying reality. The video begins with two men locked in a heated argument. One is perched on the ledge, accused of being disrespectful. Voices rise, tempers flare, and in an instant, one man shoves the other. The man on the edge pushes back, but the retaliation is nearly fatal. His foot slips in for a split second. It looks like he's about to plunge over 300 meters straight down into the void. With nothing but empty air behind him, he teeters on the brink of death. Then by sheer reflex, he grabs onto the other man's shorts, steadying himself and clawing back to safety. The confrontation ends there. No injuries, no deaths, but everyone who witnessed it was shaken. What started as a petty argument nearly turned into a free fall to certain death. Some places are designed to create the illusion of risk. This time, the danger was terrifyingly real. The footage now shifts to a familiar but horrifying event captured from a new angle on Interstate 35 in Fort Worth, Texas.
Here it comes. I know. Oh my gosh. My car's gone.
This was the infamous pileup of 2021. A winter storm left the road like glass, and then it happened. Vehicles slammed into each other, one by one, until the chaos stretched as far as the eye could see. 6 people lost their lives, and at least 65 others were injured. Over 1,100 feet of wreckage. 133 vehicles twisted together, including a semi plowing straight into cars that never had a chance. Dashcam footage from Malta takes us to an incident that shocked the entire nation. A group of passengers were riding along when a horrific crash unfolded right in front of them.
You just get me higher.
Oh my god, لا stop باين هموت خلنا وش حسبيه هموت
25-year-old soccer player Alejandro Brad lost control, jumped a barrier and slammed into a signpost. The country's small size meant the story spread everywhere, and what made it worse, reports surfaced that Brad had been in another accident just 2 weeks earlier, one that left a 13-year-old cyclist injured. Residents had even complained about his reckless driving before this tragic end. This footage was captured in August 2024 in Los, Colombia. At first glance, it looks like just another carefree moment. One young man preparing to dive into the Kakata River while his friend films. He even casually gives instructions on how to hold the camera, as if nothing could possibly go wrong. But the river had other plans.
Bueno, aquí tenemos un man que ese man va a demostrar la finura que tiene en la vida. Póngale cuidado. Aquí. ¿Listo? Va a demostrar la finura que tiene este man en la vida. ¿Ah? Amor, no pasa nada, simplemente se deja llevar del agua y ya.
The water level was dangerously high, the current visibly fierce, yet he jumps anyway. The instant he hits the surface, he's swallowed by the rushing torrent. It drags him downstream with brutal speed, faster than anyone watching could react. For several terrifying seconds, he vanishes completely. When he finally reappears far downriver, it's clear he's fighting for his life, arms thrashing against the current, body spinning helplessly. Somehow he manages to stumble into a shallow patch and pull himself upright, exhausted, shaken, but miraculously unharmed. The Kakata River is infamous for its unpredictable surges, especially after heavy rain. Even for locals, its power is no joke. This time, the story ended with relief, but watching him vanish under those waters makes it painfully clear. Just one wrong turn, and this clip could have been his last. Our next clip reminds us that children often notice what adults overlook. In this TikTok, a young girl at a playground suddenly points behind her father, urging him to turn around. When the camera pans, a ghastly childlike figure is revealed. Its skin is gray, its eyes hollow, and its smile twisted unnaturally. The father drops the camera in shock. Slowed footage shows the figure fading from view, vanishing entirely. Was this just another child playing a cruel prank, or did they capture something truly otherworldly? The disappearance suggests something more sinister than makeup or a mask. This unsettling footage began spreading online in early May of 2025. What it shows is no ordinary glitch. Inside a lab in Zhou, China, reportedly tied to Unitry Robotics, a humanoid robot suddenly malfunctions in the most violent way imaginable. Without warning, its arms whip outward in frantic, uncontrollable swings. The nearby operator jumps back in shock, realizing just how quickly a machine built for precision can turn unpredictable. Though no injuries were reported, the clip went viral almost instantly, its aggressive flailing and erratic behavior sparking fear rather than fascination. Unitry has never confirmed whether the robot in question was theirs, and the exact date of the recording remains unverified, but the timing is chilling. Just months earlier, these humanoids were being rented out for 15,000 yen a day, around $2,100. Now, interest has collapsed. Rates have dropped to 5,000 to 8,000 yuan, roughly $700 to $1,100, with many units collecting dust in storage. The novelty has worn off, and in its place, a darker sentiment is spreading: unease. These aren't scenes from a movie. This was a real robot in a real lab, suddenly turning hostile. Skynet may not be here yet, but clips like this make it feel one step closer. Now to Brazil, where things turn primal. A man decided to confront one of the most dangerous predators the Amazon has to offer.
Chegar aqui na bomba agora, outra sucuri.
Olha o tamanho da bichona. Olha. A bicha tá... Olha! Eita porra! Meu Deus do céu! Pulou em mim, caralho! Bicha doida da porra!
He approached the edge of a river when an enormous anaconda lunged straight from the water, nearly striking him. The subtitles in the clip don't capture the full panic, but the sudden attack speaks for itself. Anyone who knows these snakes understands how close this was to a fatal mistake. If the anaconda had managed to coil around him, there would have been no escape.
We ain't talking to who? Try you enough to go, but I'm saying like, don't forget. You don't care.
If you was missing the coat, you should have said that when you was sitting.
I told you, and you walk away and you said all that funny shit.
No, you guys are just doing your job. If you don't like
What?
your job, then go another job.
Because I won't give y'all none of y'all gonna keep going back.
Oh yeah?
Give me the coat. Yeah,
Oh yeah? Act up. Do it. Do so. Do so. Don't give me the coke. Do so. Don't give it to me then. All right, don't give me the coke then, nigga. Don't give me the coke then. Don't give me the coke then.
A drive-through dispute over a missing Coke turns into beverage baptism. The worker finally hands over drinks by throwing them. Technically, that is delivery. The next video is bizarre and unsettling. The footage is shaky, the laughter unhinged, but the danger is real. On a beach, moments after a volcanic eruption, people celebrate, shouting and laughing as if nothing is wrong. But then comes the real threat, a sudden tsunami surging toward shore.
Oh, tem que move. Okay. So my, Qual fucking mai? Masi. How can you get the bear? Masi, how can you get the bear? So what to get? So what to get for our Không té ra đây mày ơi. Ai mày phải hại rồi. Sót man. Không có nào mùi phê mùi tôi rồi à. Ý lao rồi. Sao vậy? Sót cái gì đó. Mùi mà xì. Mùi mà xì. Yes! Mùi mà. Man nhỉ, sót. Tsunami. Mùi lại. Dai mi chạy. Mùi lại. Mas.
What's chilling is that the group seems oblivious to what's coming, treating it like a spectacle. Reports suggest this was filmed in Tonga, a nation sitting on the volatile ring of fire. Though no one is harmed, the clip is a haunting reminder that nature gives no warnings, and ignorance can be deadly. Finally, we move to Mandari, a small village in Pakistan's Kagan Valley, where disaster unfolded in August of 2024. At first, the scene looks calm, then the side of an entire mountain breaks away.
आगे गड्डी है वो भाग रहे देख लाडू सब भाग रहे
A massive landslide thunders downward, swallowing roads, homes, and anything in its path. For villagers, the collapse was sudden and devastating. The wall of earth cutting off any chance to escape. Rescue operations were reported, but strangely, no casualty details were ever released. Looking at the footage, it's hard to imagine anyone surviving the sheer scale of destruction. Back in 2017, Florida police pulled over a 20-year-old named Zachary on suspicion of moving contraband. The traffic stop happened right along the coastline, just a stone's throw from the ocean. Instead of complying, Zachary made a desperate, reckless choice. He bolted. He sprinted for several kilometers down the shore before diving headfirst into the sea, as if he could simply vanish into open water. A drone quickly tracked his bizarre escape attempt, showing just how far he had pushed himself away from land, but exhaustion set in fast. Soon he was barely able to keep himself afloat, flailing against the waves. The most chilling part, footage caught a shark swimming by, close enough to send a shiver down anyone's spine. Neither Zachary nor the shark seemed to notice each other, but it turned the chase into something far darker. What began as an arrest was suddenly a fight for survival. With his strength nearly gone, rescue crews pulled Zachary out of the water before he drowned. He was taken into custody immediately afterward. Lucky to be alive, and luckier still, the shark never noticed him. Tired of a coworker glued to a screen, someone seizes the phone and destroys it.
Olha o que você fez aqui pro meu celular. Oh, meu Deus do céu. Eu tava falando com o povo aqui, mandando vídeo pro salsicha, você faz isso aqui. Cadê meu celular?
Whether it meant hot oil or heavy wheels, one thing's certain, notifications are blessedly quiet now.
O que você fez com meu celular? Ah, vai fazer sozinho também. Eu não mexo mais nisso aí também. Senta aqui, Alex. Vamos acabar aqui, Alex. Vamos acabar, rapaz. Vai lá de embora.
Sometimes disaster strikes when you least expect it. In Fuzhou City, Fujian Province, China, security cameras captured two women casually walking by when a truck suddenly careened off the road. Carrying a heavy load of bricks, it smashed directly into an ice cream shop, scattering debris everywhere. Miraculously, the driver escaped without major injury, and the two women were spared by mere seconds. But the crash served as a grim reminder of how quickly the most ordinary moment can turn deadly. A box truck clipped slow piping in a parking garage. One snap in a pressurized line turns the level into a chocolate milk waterfall. It's less loading zone, more lazy river. On the morning of July 24th, 2025 at around 7:20 a.m., Indianapolis police were called to the 4800 block of North Ritter Avenue. The report, a woman shot inside her home. When officers arrived, they found the victim critically wounded. She was rushed to the hospital, but sadly, she did not survive. Investigators quickly learned the case stemmed from a domestic disturbance. Within the hour, officers spotted the suspect, 76-year-old Walter McNary, behind the wheel of the vehicle he used to flee. McNary had a violent past, and this time he wasn't going quietly. The pursuit began just before 8 a.m. As officers closed in, McNary opened fire, targeting Officer Robinson while barreling down neighborhood streets. Robinson returned fire from inside his patrol car but continued the chase. Moments later, at another intersection, McNary turned his gun on yet another officer. The situation escalated into a rolling gunfight through the streets of Indianapolis. McNary's vehicle slowed near Congress Avenue, where he fired at least 2 more rounds toward pursuing units. Robinson pulled his rifle and exchanged fire, the chaos echoing through the neighborhood.
Congress is coming right at me.
You said Congress?
Congress, we are 1400 block. He's coming right at me.
1400 block of East Congress. Crossfire. Crossfire.
Finally, McNary abandoned his car, slipping out of sight behind a wall. When he reappeared, rifle in hand, he aimed directly at Robinson. The officer fired again, narrowly escaping death himself.
March up behind the house. Blake, show me your hand! Yep.
33, do you see the vehicle from there? We've got the deploying thing.
SWAT quickly rolled in with an armored vehicle, deploying a flashbang to disorient the suspect, but McNary didn't move. Officers advanced and found him collapsed on the ground, his firearm within reach.
Reaction. You guys good with moving up, taking it?
Yes. Yep.
All right. I'm going to tail behind you guys and take it.
Despite immediate medical aid, McNary was pronounced dead at the hospital. A rifle was recovered beside his body and a handgun inside his vehicle. 2 patrol cars were shredded by bullets. Yet in a miracle, no officers and no bystanders were physically harmed, but the streets of Indianapolis were left shaken. An early morning pursuit turned urban battlefield. A truck nearly sideswipes a parked car and a pedestrian. From one angle, it looks careless. From the second, we see the cause: driver distraction. The best safety feature is still 2 eyes on the road. Police roll up to a quiet Florida neighborhood after a neighbor reports 2 men trying to force a side door. Body cams click on. A man meets them in the yard, sweaty, anxious, and already talking fast. He says he lives here, that Aubrey and everybody just left, that mom forgot the key. No ID, everything's inside the house.
Literally, got her on the phone.
You have ID on you?
I don't have my ID, man. Everything's in the house.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to figure out who you are, man.
I have more.
We're getting a call with people trying to break into the house. What's your first name, man?
Adam Hertzberger. Oops.
Watch yourself. Adam?
Yes, ma'am.
The officers start with basics: name, date, birth, spelling, but every answer slides around like oil on water. Adam Hertzberger, H-E-R-S, no 8, no H. The spelling keeps changing. The birthday jumps decades, and jokes about lazy eyes and we've been in the sun try to paper over the cracks. The more he talks, the stranger it gets.
11, 15, 95.
95. And you live here?
I'm just playing. 85.
85.
You're gonna catch that one.
I don't know your birthday, dog.
You messed me up with that. What did you say, Hirschberger?
Hirschberger.
That's pretty hard. That's right.
What's happening?
Are you guys twins?
Who? Me and this guy? We went to elementary school.
I mean, his picture looks like your face.
I know.
That's weird.
So he's gonna be in a lazy eye. Yeah, that's when I.
Don't make fun of his lazy eye, man. Whose truck is that?
That's our rental.
Is yours?
No, it's not mine. It's
But it's your rental?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
It belongs to this rental.
That's why whoever called, I don't even know why, because I know them. It's probably Hershey's. She's that shit crazy though.
It's Hirschberg, right?
Hershberg.
Hersberger? No? Okay. Is it burger?
We've been out here in the sun.
They call the homeowner. On speaker, Aubrey confirms it. Yes, these guys are allowed there. Yes, the keys are locked inside. Yes, mom left the door unlocked and can't be reached. The tension eases slightly. For a second, it feels like a misunderstanding that's about to end. But then comes the second half, the part that always flips a simple call into something darker.
Who's this?
My name's Aubrey, the homeowner.
Oh, hi, Aubrey. So we got a call. I don't know who called, but somebody called and said that somebody was breaking into your house. And I have Adam and Steven here, and I guess they're locked out of the house. Adam, where are you going?
Water.
Okay. And that I guess they're locked out of the house, and they're trying to bust through the side door to get back in.
Yeah, they locked the keys in the house.
Okay, so they have permission to be here.
They do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh God, that felt nice.
Do it again.
Sorry, you just sprayed me with a hose.
I don't know why we didn't think of that.
Sorry, that one got you, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Now he really sprayed me with a hose.
You're about to catch the batteries.
I just want to make sure they're allowed to be here because we got a call from somebody. So.
Yeah, no, they're definitely allowed to be there, and they're allowed to do whatever they got to do to get the house.
And your mom lives here too?
Yes, she does.
The officer tries again to confirm the man's identity. He launches into a wandering story. Born into an Amish community, no social security number, no birth certificate, only a midwife's record on the side of a tree. He says he's been down here a year and a half, never worked on paper, never had an ID in North or South Carolina, and can't even qualify for food stamps. He hates talking about it. He says the head of the operation was a ding-dong. He's trying to leave, he says. He's trying to get home.
Since I have you guys here, how can I get in the state of Florida? How can I get it?
Get what?
Social, ID, anything.
Okay, so explain to me why you don't.
So COVID.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. No,
So COVID hit
Okay, where were you born?
in Greensville.
North Carolina.
Yes, but I was.
Okay,
You know, we're
that's where we
born
start.
crazy.
So you were born into an Amish community?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Amish don't believe in social securities?
They don't get them. Some, if they do, if they go out of town, they do. I don't know anybody that has one. So when we came down here, we started migrating down. So we went down, boom, we went to Asheville first. And my uncle was like, we got to change. So he was saying, he's the head of the operation. He's a ding dong.
Okay.
Anyway,
so you were born into an Amish community with your parents?
But we do midwives, basically. What
Okay.
you guys call now.
Yeah, okay. So you're born in an Amish community. You left the Amish community, and you've never received a social security number ever.
They don't give us some. They don't.
You never went and applied for one?
You tried.
Questions keep coming, gentle but pointed. Any arrests in Florida? Any tickets? Ever been in an accident? Who's driving the rental truck? Each time, no, not me. He says he's scared. He says he can't get help. He says he's been trying to fix it for months. He jokes about Amish TV shows he's never seen because we don't watch TV. He laughs, then stiffens, then laughs again. The officer steps away to confer. Radios murmur. Something isn't lining up. A name that keeps changing. A birthday that keeps moving. A face that looks a little too familiar. The air drops a degree.
So, don't go anywhere. Where are you going? Okay.
So I've been trying to get that done, figured out. Well, while we're doing this, can I get back to trying to do this? You're right here anyways.
Yeah, I'll talk to you while you're doing it. Just don't throw anything at me. So, what I think, you don't have a birth certificate?
No, well, I might.
Yes.
So my family, so most of them is like my uncle. All I have left from my uncle. My uncle he just passed away.
He ain't driving that?
Not this one.
Oh.
The other one. He left, so that's why we're waiting.
Why? Just so for my curiosity, what is it against the Amish community having social security numbers? Like, what's the reason? They just don't find themselves as people?
No, they don't. It's not that. They don't. So if you're there, so it wasn't my little cousin was born or something like that. They did the same thing. They never even go down to. So they have like the town doctor. We had a doctor that comes into town. He'll come in. He'd come in. That's what he. But he, you don't ever receive anything. You don't get nothing.
He
So what do
delivers
you?
the baby and says here.
Well,
The comm breaks like glass. The man bolts, sprinting across the yard, crashing through brush, tripping, scrambling, throwing glances over his shoulder. A taser crackles. He collapses into dirt, coughing, pleading, arms twisted under him, begging them to stop.
I guess I don't know. We don't go in there. So they. What? For what? What is it?
Rockets foot pursuit.
All right, bye. Hold on, stop.
Get on your stomach.
What's wrong with you, Adam? What are you doing? Your hands right now. For what? You gotta get it again.
You're gonna get it again?
I can't. Your hands.
Let go. I can't. Please stop.
On your stomach now.
On your stomach right now. You gotta get it again. Holy shit. Ridiculous. Why are you guys doing this? You want it again? No. Let's stop. Why are you guys doing this?
Because you ran.
You scared me. Stupid. But my arm doesn't bend like that.
Yes, it does.
You want it again? No, please don't. I'm trying not to breathe.
Stop.
I'm trying not to breathe it dirty. Please don't.
I'm trying to help you. Relax for a second.
I can't. Move again. I'm gonna tase you again.
Pinned in the grass, he finally spills what he's been hiding. You already know who it is. His voice breaks. There are warrants, he says. A gun charge he swears isn't his. He's terrified of being habitualized and buried by a sentence for something he didn't do. That's why he ran. That's why he lied. That's why he needed a new name, a new age, a new story. But the body cams don't blink. The officer lists the new charges stacking up while the old ones wait in other countries. Resisting twice, false ID, obstruction. He begs them not to add burglary. Paramedics arrive to check him out. He's gagging on dirt, blinking through sweat, bargaining, cursing, apologizing, laughing, then apologizing again. Somebody half jokes that he runs like a newborn gazelle. Every bush a trap, every step a stumble. The officers try to keep it professional, but the unease lingers. Somewhere between the hose spray and the handcuffs, between Aubrey says it's fine and drop the pursuit, a simple locked door call split into two timelines. The one where he told the truth and the one we're watching. In the ambulance's shadow, the last lies peel away. First name's Adam, he says. Last name's Herzberg. No, it's not, the officer replies. Try again. Silence hangs heavy. The truth arrives too late to help him. In the end, the paperwork tells a colder story than the panic ever could, providing false identification to law enforcement, obstructing an officer. 3 counts filed, 1 dropped, then another. He's found guilty on the false ID and a single obstruction. 15 days in county jail and $743 in court costs. On paper, it's minor. In the footage, it doesn't feel that way. Because what the camera really captured wasn't just a man lying about his name. It was a split second when fear turns flight into fate. The moment a backyard turns into a battleground. And a hose-soaked laugh gives way to a mouthful of dirt and the electric snap of consequences. Our final piece of footage comes from a suburban neighborhood where a security camera recorded something straight out of a nightmare. For several seconds, the road looks normal. Then out of nowhere, a woman materializes in a view right behind a passing car. She stumbles as though disoriented, then turns back toward the vehicle before wandering away. Some viewers believe this is evidence of time travel or a glitch in the Matrix, reality itself slipping for just a moment. Others fear a darker explanation, that she may have escaped from the trunk of the car as it sped away. Whether supernatural or human horror, this unsettling clip leaves us with more questions than answers. In the UK, a tenant noticed £500 missing over 2 weeks and suspected her cleaner, so she set up a sting.
Hello, I'm here.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I coming, because I found key, here. I found key and I come.
No. What are you doing in here?
I nothing, just coming, you know, because found key.
You didn't find a key?
I found a key and I think, you know, where is light? Because never, daytime no be light and I went on and put, you know, key. Here, look, I found here. Here, look. There. I knock first, you know, and after, yeah, 100%, I promise. No, I promise. 100%, you know.
Then why didn't you put the light on?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
Because I don't know. I think there is light, you know, first Jenny.
Well, you know where the light is.
I don't know.
You clean this place.
Yeah, but I don't know because daytime never, you know, no. I promise, you know. I promise. I think I found key here, 100%. I promise. I promise. You know. I promise. It's no funny for me, you know.
Well, what are you doing here anyway?
I'm coming to Hoover, you know.
Yeah, why are you coming in here?
Because I want to put key and after go to tell Jenny I found key, you know, and I put in your home.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think I'm doing here?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Yeah, okay. But what I doing here?
What are you doing here?
You think what I coming for here? For what?
You tell me.
I just come to put key, you know, because I found here. No?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I go to tell Jen now, you know.
Okay.
When I go there.
All right then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But why are you laughing for me?
I'm not laughing. Do I look like I'm laughing?
Yeah, I think you know.
No.
Because you listen, I knock. You know, I know. She there, but maybe I think come back because now it's 7 o'clock, you know. But nobody no open. I think, okay, I open, put key somewhere, you know, and
okay.
Come back.
All right then.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
When confronted on camera, the cleaner rambled about finding a key and just wanting to turn on a light. But the excuses didn't hold. She later admitted in court to burglary, receiving a suspended sentence and a 5-year ban from working in care homes, caught by the very person she was supposed to help. Security at a music festival must be really challenging. See this video to get a sense of how difficult it can be. Things are comparatively quiet until a man starts confronting security with violence after dancing, which makes everyone else flee.
Just go in. Okay. What is going on? What? What? I'm so confused. No, what is going on? Where is he going? Oh no, he's trying to get him out. No, Darcy, move, Darcy, move, Darcy. No.
This next one is both intense and terrifying. In Minas Gerais, Brazil, surveillance footage shows a woman who had been kidnapped by her ex. At a gas station, she spotted a patrol car and bolted for safety. Her abductor gave chase, but officers immediately intervened and spotted him before he could drag her back. A horrifying ordeal cut short thanks to her quick thinking and the timing of law enforcement. Natural disasters don't let up, and in Himachal Pradesh, India, yet another landslide was caught on camera.
भाई
The country, alongside neighboring China, has been hit with repeated incidents caused by relentless weather conditions. Each new clip like this one is a reminder how common and devastating these landslides have become across the region. Look at this complete insanity. This individual just crashed their pickup truck into a residence. It seemed that there was a disagreement among the neighbors, and one of the individuals chose to resolve it in this manner. You must feel sorry for these folks, but you must also wonder what the disagreement was about that resulted in this. Why does your Big Mac take so long? Maybe it's because of employees like this, caught staring blankly at a screen moving slower than molasses, barely stacking buns. The clip, dubbed Zombie McDonald's Worker, quickly spread online as a symbol of fast food burnout. It's funny in one sense, but also a reminder how draining that job can be. Lastly, a video demonstrating that demolishing eateries out of rage is not a unique American hobby. We got this video from Korea, where an irate customer brought a baseball bat to a kebab and burger joint. This dude is also causing a lot of harm. He appears determined to break almost all of the glass in the store. Luckily, a group of police officers show there and immediately take him under control. It's possible that people believe the man is intoxicated. However, where did he obtain the bat? We've all had to stop and ask for directions at some point. That's exactly what this driver was doing, stepping out for just 10 seconds to talk with a local. But in that short window, another car slammed into his, nearly striking the woman standing beside it as well. The crash wasn't as severe as it could have been, but it was still an unnerving chain of events from what should have been a harmless moment. In Vassalboro, Maine, 9-year-old Jackson Kirk was filming a plane taking off at Bangor International Airport. The aircraft, a Cessna Skywagon, lifted into the air, but seconds later, tragedy struck.
They crashed! Oh shoot. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Oh no. Oh no! Oh!
The plane lost control and went down, fatally injuring the pilot, which started as an innocent video from a child excited to see planes turned into footage capturing the final moments of a life.
To the count of three! You don't do this. Sir, do it.
In April 2019, Derek Thompson was pulled over in Virginia for an expired inspection decal. He began recording, and what happened next became infamous.
Sir, it's on camera.
by
step
my
out of
head.
the car right
I'm
now.
being threatened.
Now you're
I'm being
under arrest.
threatened.
Now you're under arrest for disobeying the law of an officer.
I'm giving you lawfully to the count
of 3.
This officer has threatened me, and I'm making it known I am no threat to this officer. I've been threatened.
State Trooper Charles Hewitt threatened to drag him out of the car, counting to 3 like a schoolyard bully. When Thompson refused, Hewitt forcibly yanked him from the vehicle.
In danger. My life is in danger.
How you like that? How do you like that? Huh? Put your hands back.
The footage went viral, sparking outrage. Though initially cleared, public backlash eventually forced Hewitt out of the department. Thompson later won a federal settlement of $20,000.
I'm a specimen right here, buddy.
Sir, I'm in no... My hands are up on camera.
All right?
I'm in no threat.
You're going to get your ass looked in front of...
In South Africa, the name Sfiso Lungelo Tabeti once carried the promise of greatness. A rising star, he won the IFBB Junior World Championship in 2016 and became a local hero. His presence on stage wasn't just about muscle, it was about passion, charisma, and a trademark backflip that thrilled audiences. But in 2017, that very move ended his life. Performing in front of a live crowd, Sfiso launched into his flip, wearing socks on a slick floor. He under-rotated and landed squarely on the back of his neck. The crowd first thought it was part of the act. It wasn't. He was rushed to the hospital, but the spinal injury was catastrophic. He was only 23 years old. The bodybuilding world mourned. Tributes flowed online. Officials later said his socks likely caused him to slip, turning what should have been a show of athleticism into tragedy. The footage spread quickly online, sparking calls for it to be removed out of respect. For many, his death became a sobering reminder that even in a sport built on strength, the line between performance and danger is razor thin. On July 1, 2025, Palm Beach County deputies responded to a TD Bank for a report of check fraud in progress. When officers arrived, Varela was still sitting inside with a banker attempting to cash an $8,000 check. What he didn't realize was that the same banker had already connected him to a $6,000 check that had been cashed at another branch. While stalling him, she quietly called police.
So actually the customer is not in Florida, so and you know, and we give you the cash. Okay, but we give you the cash to you, like $5,000 around. The $5,000 was deposited into the account, and it was being reported. So the account's being reported right now at this point. And you know, this is not the signature from the account as well. So we want to know.
What's the person's name on that?
I'm being detained.
Let me talk to you. What's the person's name?
Randy John.
And what's your name? Yeah, that's your name. Stand up for me, bro.
We can go to the office over there.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. Couple minutes.
Bank check, so it's our customer, and he went to open an account into a branch to be able to cash the check for this amount.
The bank supervisor later gave a sworn statement. She explained that Varela opened a TD Bank account over the weekend, knowing that without being a customer, he couldn't cash the check. On Monday, he came back with a TD Bank check, which allowed them to verify funds instantly. He withdrew more than $5,000 in cash, while the remainder went into his new debit account. When the fraud was discovered, the account was immediately reported, but by then, the cash was already in his hands.
We can verify the funds right away and cash it. So we cash it and give it the $5,000 something to him, and then the rest deposit into his debit card.
So he took out.
Yeah.
He withdrew $5,000.
He withdrew the $5,000
from TD Bank.
From this account.
Okay. What's your position here?
I'm the store supervisor. So they reported his account because they already knew that they stolen this information from this account.
Okay, and what was the location that he got the money from?
Lakeport Road, this one. Okay.
When deputies confronted him at the bank, Varela was taken outside and detained. Detective O'Connor advised him of his rights before beginning a short interview. The detective asked simple questions. Was a black car outside his? Who had the keys? Was anyone else with him? Varela said it was his grandmother's car and admitted he had the keys when he entered the bank.
So quick question, was that black car, is that the car you came in?
Yeah.
It is? Okay, whose car is that? Your grandma's car? Where's the keys at?
He took it.
Who took it?
That dude in that car took.
The deputy has the keys?
As far as I know.
You had the keys on you though?
Yeah.
Was somebody else in the car?
What?
Was somebody else in the car with you when you came here?
No.
No? Okay, so you got out and you walked in, you had the keys on you, and when you got arrested, you had the keys on you?
Yeah.
I just gotta find the keys.
He took my phone, my wallet, the keys. That's all.
Okay, we'll get all that. Your grandma know you have her car?
Yeah.
You live with her? I'd rather your grandma be able to come get it than us tow it. Yeah.
I don't think my grandma.
Huh?
My grandma, she's damn near half blind.
She's what?
Like half blind.
Half blind? Do you have any other like adults in the house? Like with your grandma? I can't have anybody but the registered owner, but maybe your grandma can come with brother or you know what I mean? Okay, I'll call her in just a minute. Have a seat in the car for me. So, you know what you're doing here?
What?
Do you know why you're arrested?
No, they didn't tell me.
What's that? Nobody told you? All right, so this is about a check from yesterday. The check that you cashed yesterday at the other bank. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, which bank was that? That was the one on Lake Worth Road, the TD?
I couldn't even tell you.
With that information, deputies turned to the vehicle. Cars in fraud cases often contain evidence, stolen identities, counterfeit checks, ledgers, and sometimes weapons. Searching the car, deputies found cash, drugs, documents, and a firearm. The discovery meant the case had already grown beyond simple fraud.
There's a firearm and a commission of a felony.
Yep. He is not even a little bit a victim anymore. Can I prove the firearm? Can I prove the firearm?
Right now, I wouldn't do it. It's just later on.
Yeah.
I would do the DNA for it. And then just have them added on.
When questioned further, Briella confirmed he had cashed a check the previous day, but when asked what happened to the $5,000, he invoked his right to a lawyer and ended the interview. Detectives knew the next step was a warrant.
How old are you?
19.
19? You don't know where you cash a check? You got a job? No? Huh? No? You go to school?
Just got out.
Just got out? Graduated high school?
Nah, I graduated high school like 2 years ago.
So what school were you at?
CDL trucking.
Oh, truck driving. You got any criminal history? Never been arrested before? It's brand new, huh? All right, so that money you got yesterday, that $5 grand, what'd you do with it? Where's it at?
I ain't speaking on none of that.
Huh?
Talk to my lawyer.
All right.
At his residence, tensions rose. Family members argued with officers about who owned the property and who had authority over the rooms inside. But ownership and occupancy are different under the law, and deputies held the perimeter, waiting for judicial approval before conducting a full search.
I don't want nobody in my property till I see that warrant. This is my house. I own this house. This is in my name. I don't want anyone in my house without my permission.
Listen.
That's my right and my God-given right in the law. I didn't get nobody's permission to be in my home. This is my home.
Can I speak?
Yes, but if there's someone in the home, I don't want them in the home.
So let me.
Is there an officer in the home?
With your mother. With your mother. Yes.
I need them out of my home.
Okay.
I don't give anyone permission to be in my house.
Okay, ma'am, your mother.
house.
Your mother was in
My
a row.
mother is not the owner of this resident. I am. They rent this property from me.
No,
I am the owner.
You are not the owner. They're in control. So,
I'm the owner of this property.
if you let me
They
talk,
rent this from me.
you let me talk, I can explain it to you.
Okay.
Next thing, if you continue your attitude, I'm going to tell you to get into your expedition, and you're going to leave, and I'm not going to tell you anything.
I own this property.
I do not care.
Literally own it. I have the title
Do
to it.
not
It's
care.
my home.
When you're ready for me to talk,
I'm listening.
I will talk.
I'm listening.
Okay. So, we are doing a good thing for your mother. Your mother is in a t-shirt. We walked her in so she could put a dress on so that her husband can take her out to dinner. We are securing this place. We are writing a search warrant. Once the search warrant gets approved, we are going to go in and then we're going to search it. Your son is in custody right now. Okay?
Okay.
For a case.
Okay.
That's what led us here.
Okay.
So take all your frustration out on your son,
No,
not on us.
Take out on him. I just asked if there.
Meanwhile, the evidence kept stacking up. The paper trail showed a rapid withdrawal scheme designed to take advantage of TD Bank's instant verification system. Combined with a firearm, narcotics, and documents found in the vehicle, investigators were able to connect the dots. In the end, Heriberto Varela was charged with multiple felonies: grand theft, uttering a forged instrument, fraudulent use of personal identification, an organized scheme to defraud. What started as an $8,000 transaction at a local branch unraveled into a case of counterfeit fraud, stolen identity, and weapons possession, all uncovered in real time, one step at a time. On June 7, 2025 at 4:35 p.m., an officer in Fargo's real-time crime center was scanning downtown cameras when something caught his eye. Two men were lingering in the stairwell of the Robert Salney parking ramp. One he recognized immediately. He had an open warrant. The other was hunched over a glass tube, the kind often used to smoke methamphetamine. Patrol units were dispatched. When they arrived, they quickly arrested the man with a warrant, but the second man slipped away, vanishing into the nearby streets. Guided by the real-time feed, officers tracked its direction. Moments later, he was spotted again, 2nd Avenue and Robert Street. Community Engagement Officer Jensen arrived and confirmed the man's identity: 37-year-old Joseph Manitowabi, a familiar face with a long history. Officers moved to detain him. At first, he denied smoking meth. Then suddenly he resisted, striking 3 officers before breaking free.
Is it Joseph? No. Joseph.
What's going on?
Hey. One of our officers saw you on the camera smoking meth in the.
I wasn't smoking no meth, I was just walking through.
Well, they called out your exact description, so you're just going to be detained right now, okay?
I didn't do nothing.
Okay, can you go ahead and put your hands behind your back, please?
Yeah, I didn't do nothing.
Can you just go ahead and put your.
No, can I call? Can I get some help? No. What did I do wrong? What am I going to?
Put your hands in the back. That's okay.
What am I going to?
Put your hands behind your back.
What did I do wrong?
If you put your hands behind your back, we can tell you.
Come on, get the wall.
What am I going to, man?
Now. Seven's on one Central Mail, northbound Roberts Valley. Punched 2 officers in the face.
He bolted north toward the Salvation Army, with officers Winter, Dean, and Jensen in pursuit. Winter chased on foot. Dean followed in her squad car, and Jensen in a motorized trike called the Tricky.
He's running towards the Salvation Army lot right now. The American Royal, light blue jeans, dark blue tank top, and long hair. West side of Salvation Army. I'm at foot two right now. Northbound behind Salvation Army west side. Shots in the air now! Stop! One at Tate's Point, north side Salvation Army.
The chase ended in a tense standoff. Manitowabi finally obeyed commands, lying down on the pavement. Officer Winter drew his taser, while Officer Dean covered with her firearm, unsure if Manitowabi was armed.
Get your arms out in front of you. Behind you. Put your hands behind the small of your back right now.
Cover.
Give me your arm. Let go of the handcuff. Ferguson for that, Central. 1 male 83. Throw my way. Check the sides here.
The chief of police. I was under. I'm doing an investigation.
Punch a damn officer, man.
I did. He was a traitor. He wasn't an officer.
No, glove up, quick.
I'm the chief of police.
Sit him up. Sit up, man. Bring your knees to your chest.
He's illegal detaining me. I'm undercover.
Get up.
As they closed in, a black car rolled into the scene, a well-meaning citizen trying to help, but the officers had to wave him off. Any distraction could turn dangerous. At last, Winter and Jensen secured Manitowabi in handcuffs. His pockets were searched, and he was lifted calmly to his feet before being taken to the patrol vehicle. The charges were serious: assaulting peace officers, refusing to halt, drug paraphernalia, and preventing arrest. 3 months later, on September 8, 2025, the court handed down the sentence: 5 years behind bars. Manitowabi will serve 2, then remain under probation for the final 3. For Fargo officers, it was another reminder how quickly a routine camera scan can spiral into a dangerous street pursuit.
3 counts of assault on a peace officer now. Good, let's start. Take a seat.
A 56-year-old woman passed away in Jiangxi, China, when she and her son were riding a motorcycle when they were struck by a falling tree. Her family reportedly sued the local government for failing to preserve the tree and demanded compensation of around 1 million yuan. I wasn't able to determine the precise date of the occurrence, but the court determined that she was somewhat to blame for not wearing a helmet, while the local road and public safety authorities were deemed to be mostly at fault due to the dead tree that had not been taken down. The local government was ordered to pay the majority of the damages, with other accountable departments covering the remaining $137,800, bringing the total damages to $984,114.61. Minutes before the plane lands in South Korea, a video shows the interior of the aircraft. As the wind whips through the cabin, passengers can be seen sitting in the video. A corner partially hides the open door. A 33-year-old passenger was later accused by authorities for unlocking the door while the aircraft was still more than 600 feet above the earth. Because of cabin pressure, opening an airplane door at high altitude is practically impossible. Yet when the pressure equalizes at lower altitudes, it is theoretically feasible. Even yet, there is still a significant risk to everyone's safety. In one video, a man is seen standing at his kitchen sink and describing how, when he was using it, his headlamp suddenly exploded. He records it on camera as the gadget unexpectedly ignites and catches fire once more as he is speaking.
My God, my headlamp just blew up on my head. Oh my God! Look at this. Holy shit. Oh my God. It just blew up again. Look at this. It felt like I got punched in the back of the head when it first blew, and I reached up and threw it off my head and burnt the hell out of my hands. The first finger's the worst. Can't really see it. That finger got cooked too. Oh my God. And then it just blew up again on the counter. I can't believe this. Oh, this hurts. Oh, holy shit. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, this hurts. Oh. I can't believe this thing. Oh, my God. Oh my God. I am thankful I had this thing on, even though I got hurt. Because if that wasn't on my head and I wasn't home, it would have burnt my house down. It absolutely would have burnt my house down, for sure. I can't believe that. Holy shit.
These kinds of incidents are usually brought on by battery failure, which is frequently brought on by overcharging, overheating, or a broken lithium-ion cell. Internal battery components have the potential to short circuit or rupture, causing a thermal runaway that could result in an explosion or fire. Although they are not very often, these kinds of malfunctions might occur, particularly with equipment that are defective or poorly constructed. As a reminder, always use high-quality batteries and chargers, and turn off gadgets if they begin to malfunction or show symptoms of swelling or heat. We've already seen why it's never a good idea to go head-to-head with a car, but this guy apparently didn't get the memo. For reasons unknown, he decides to go all in, swinging, kicking, and smashing at a vehicle like he's trying to win a grudge match. The car, of course, has the final word. After enough blows, the driver decides they've had enough and puts an end to the fight the only way a car can, by running him over. What started this? No one really knows. But one thing's for certain, the driver ended it. And honestly, if you had to guess where this kind of madness would happen, wouldn't you put your money on a Walmart parking lot? Watch this video in China to see dashcam footage of a car rushing along a road. Everything seems routine until the driver crests a hill, only to discover that the road ahead is nothing like the one behind. Smooth pavement suddenly gives way to an older, broken surface. The car jolts, traction vanishes, and control slips away. In an instant, the vehicle veers off course, flipping violently over the edge of a small dike before crashing into the bushes below. Uneven roads like this are more than just inconvenient. They are traps waiting for the unsuspecting, and at high speeds, there is almost no time to react. On August 15, 2025 in Vietnam, a glass press boiler erupted inside a business early in the morning, barely injuring a guy. A portion of the warehouse was destroyed by the blast's impact, and other surrounding homes were damaged. Reports state that the impact was so powerful that glass fragments were flung dozens of meters away, and the iron frame and zinc top of the building were totally bent. A number of neighboring homes experienced broken windows, cracked walls, and other damage. Thankfully, there were no reported casualties. Rescue and fire crews swiftly secured the area after arriving on the site in special vehicles. Local authorities are still performing forensic examinations and looking into the source of the explosion as of the time of this video. It was a normal day in this grocery, till it wasn't. What possibly could have been up with this driver? This is a horrifying clip taken by a visitor to China's Longtan Grand Canyon. A major mishap occurred on a suspension bridge, leaving numerous tourists stranded and suspended in midair by a steel cable. As the tragedy unfolded, observers were terrified and alarmed. Fortunately, officials moved quickly, and all tourists were successfully rescued. It began as just another call. October 18th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a bus station after reports of a woman refusing to leave. On paper, it sounded routine, but as the body cam starts rolling, you will see just how quickly a simple warning can spiral into something far more serious. At first, all they asked her to do was leave the property. That was it. She didn't need to be arrested. She didn't need to make a scene. But instead of listening, she pushed back and then kept pushing.
You just want to trespass? You want to press charges if she doesn't want to leave?
I'll press charges.
Okay.
I'll try to do trespass.
This one? Yeah. Hey. Are you with anybody else or just alone?
No, I'm alone.
Okay. So security here, they're giving you a warning right now. They want you to trespass from here. I mean, security here, they're giving you a warning right now and they want you to trespass, meaning you can't come back, right? So they're denying you service and they just want you to leave at this point.
I'm gonna get my ticket.
You're gonna get your ticket, you're gonna have to go somewhere else.
What do you mean somewhere else?
So yeah, you can't stay here. After this warning, if you stay here, come back, anything, you're subject to arrest, all right?
But sir, you don't understand.
Alright, so listen, for the night, they're not going to sell you a ticket. For whatever reason, you guys had an argument or whatever, they want to refuse services. So they're asking you to leave the property. If you refuse to leave, you're going to go to jail. So what we need you to do right now is gather your belongings and make your way off property.
But I'm charging my phone.
It doesn't matter, you have to go somewhere else.
Are you for real?
Yes. So please gather your belongings and make your way off
But
property.
sir, you're not even listening to me.
There's no option on this. This is a decision off of the business, and we're just telling you what the business is requesting. You're not going to buy a ticket. They're not going to sell you anything.
Why?
We're
That's
not going
wrong.
to sit here and explain it. Gather your belongings.
Can you just
Stand
give me
up.
a second?
No, go ahead, gather your things. Make your way outside.
¿Puedes salir un momento fuera conmigo?
¿Ustedes están juntos? No, sino que ellos le van a depositar un dinero y estoy consiguiendo la cuenta de Seller.
Every officer in the room gave her the same chance, walk away, no consequences, but she wouldn't budge. She sat down, complained, and argued like the rules didn't apply to her. You can almost feel the patience wearing thin.
That's wrong, sir, what you're doing. And you're not even letting me explain.
There's no need to explain. This is what the business wants, and you just have to comply.
¿Qué
Okay?
dice que no le entiendo?
Que este negocio no quiere vender un ticket a ella porque ella estaba haciendo un show más temprano y por
Yo no
eso
hice ningún show.
ellos quieren que ella vaya. So, ellos
Aquí.
quieren que-
No,
ella
me
tiene
escucho,
que ir.
tú estabas aquí esta
Y
mañana.
si ella no vaya, ella va a ir para la cárcel, pero es una
No,
opción
no, es verdad, hay
en
que hacer caso.
mucha parte de ella.
No,
Voy a
disculpe.
la casa, señor, porque usted no me está escuchando.
Vamos a por y hablamos porque te deposité tu dinero para que también puedas comprar tu vuelo igual que yo.
You guys are wrong, you're not listening.
Exit this way.
There's this stuff.
Exit that way.
That's fucked up. You guys don't do your job. No, me vas a dar qué. No nos ponga pica. No nos ponga que no nos ponga. No me va a dar pica, ¿no? ¿Verdad? Que si la ves, que la ves.
Other way, ma'am. You gotta go to your right. You have to leave property.
It's completely off of the property, so the parking lot, everything. If you need to make a phone call to, let's say, have someone pick you up, just do that across the street.
And then the moment everything shifted, she said the words that turned this encounter on its head. I'm not leaving.
This is still the property. We're still giving you a chance right now, right? So to explain, this is the property. You have to head on out.
Update for 8:30 p.m. You guys are fucking. I'm not leaving.
You're not leaving. Again, I'm gonna give you a chance. If you do not leave, you're gonna go to jail. That's the next option.
Si quieres que te ayude, que te deposite tu dinero, vamos para afuera porque yo no pongo en problema, porque te van a retar. Tienes que hacer caso a la ley, en serio.
From that point forward, there was no turning back, but refusing to leave was just the beginning. The moment the officers moved in, she lashed out, scratching, resisting, screaming like she was the victim. What began as trespassing was now assault on a police officer.
Get off property or going to jail. Pick up your bag and continue to walk.
Explica a ella, si ella no vaya, ella va para la cárcel. Y eso va a pasar ahora mismo.
Lo que yo diga hay que hacerle caso porque eso es su trabajo.
Ella solo no come pinga, eso es lo que pasa.
A ella no le importa lo que tú le digas, ¿me entiendes? A ella lo que le importa
A mí
es que tú
tampoco
salgas
me
de aquí.
importa, ellos no me quieren escuchar. Si
Is
yo
she
no les
leaving
voy a
or not?
escuchar a
Yo te
ellos.
entiendo, yo te entiendo. Por eso te estoy ayudando con lo de la cuenta.
Alright.
¿Entiendes? Vamos.
Step back.
Ok.
You're under arrest. Can't stop.
Don't resist. I'll put it back.
Scratch me again, see what happens. Let me know when you're ready. Oh, she just got fat Leo charges.
My phone.
Discussion? Yeah.
I need my phone.
No.
We're gonna go to the car.
Ow! 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 Hold on! You're hurting me!
You should have thought about that before you just attacked a police officer.
You're hurting me! Ow! Ow! Please! Please stop! You're hurting me!
Spread your legs.
Spread your feet.
You're hurting me, sir! Please!
Stop moving.
Please stop! You're hurting me! You're hurting me! You're hurting me! Please! 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 You're hurting me!
Okay.
My shoe!
What do you want me to do? I gotta do a report now for this. You want me to just take the whole thing?
She had chance after chance to walk away without cuffs. She refused them all, and in the end, what should have been nothing more than a trespass warning ended with felony charges, handcuffs, and a bus station full of witnesses. It's a reminder how quickly things can turn. One decision, one refusal, and suddenly a life changes forever. Remember when I showed a woman cleaning a cliff in China? They actually serve a purpose because tourists like this guy enjoyed doing this crazy stuff and he nearly fell. I could never. In a bizarre incident in the morning of August 7, 2025 in MYUU, São Paulo State, Brazil, a 72-year-old man was hit by a stray dog, falling headfirst onto the road and losing consciousness. He was admitted to the hospital and is reportedly still in critical condition. According to the family, the dog's owner clarified that the animal had become lost and was not accustomed to living on the streets, and that he is assisting the elderly guy. Forget machetes. This guy thought a hand axe was a perfect tool for retail therapy, and just to make sure his tantrum got the attention it deserved, he brought along his very own camera crew. Who does that? It's less of a crime spree and more like a failed edition tape for Jackass, the midlife crisis edition. The second he storms inside, he's swinging like he's auditioning for a lumberjack competition. Computers? Gone. Cash registers? Obliterated. Honestly, the only thing he didn't chop was his dignity. Probably because he lost that before he even walked in. And the reason for all this chaos? His wife wanted to shop but didn't have a mask. That's it. Instead of just grabbing one, she tells her husband, and his response is basically, cool, let me go axe the entire store in half. You almost have to respect the commitment to overreaction. Almost.
Хуесосы, блядь! Поработали! Сосите! Сосите! Совсем, пидоры!
Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.